Hello, and welcome to another stream from K-BAS. Today, we'll be taking a taste of Zoids Infinity Blast. This game was released around November, I believe, 26th. It's a game made from Takara Tomy. As you can see, it's a Japanese game. The original game, Zoids Wild Blast, actually came out for the US side, I think 2 months ago. But I didn't bother getting that one because I already had the original one way back when it released. It released a while back. In fact, let's find out. When did this game release? Well, not. There we go. This is Infinity Blast. That's the demo, which I do need to get rid of. But Zoids. Wow, here we go. This is Zoids Wild Blast. Well, don't want to load it up. Software information. Don't go to eShop. No, but yeah, this game came back. Oh gosh, me and my ability to navigate. But yes, this game came out, I believe, maybe a year and a half ago. And now I have the latest one, which is this Infinity Blast. The notable differences between this game, besides the expanded roster, because the original game, Wild Blast, had roughly 13, 14 characters. Now this one has about 24, I believe, different Zoids. So let's go ahead and get into that. Hold up. We're gonna do something real quick. The stream and made it a little bit more better now. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into this. Better now. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into this. I've had a chance to at least play the game a few times now. There's this game. Let's get back to what I was saying about the differences. So, as mentioned, have an expanded roster. Not only that, they now have attachments you can add onto your Zoids. So now you can actually more or less customize your character. I guess you could almost say something equivalent to a custom groove or a select art system. If we want to go into fighting game terms, there's a little bit more nuance than that. But as you see how they're showing a bunch of Zoids using some form of attachment. So that seems to be the main draw of this game, the attachment, which I do think is pretty neat and adds a little bit more depth to the previous game, which was a pretty good standard 3D game. I know some people say they'll call it Battle Arena Fighters. I sort of hesitate to call it that. It's more of a just 3D fighting game than a Battle Arena game. Because if we look into some of the details, Battle Arena games usually tend to be either 2v2 or usually more than 4 people on the battlefield, about 4 people on the battlefield or more. And not only that, you usually have to navigate around the environment. Like, let's say Power Stone. Power Stone, you have to be mindful of the environment and pickups. There's really no such things like that. It is just kind of a straight 3D beat 'em up. Did I say beat 'em up? Straight 3D fighting game, in my opinion. So that was the foundation of Wild Blast, and then this attaches the attachment, and of course more Zoids. while you can see in that image, you see 2v1 in the campaign mode, which they did add it in this one. There was a campaign in Wild Blast, but in Wild Blast campaign, you seem to be following the story of Zoe's Wild, which is currently a series. I'm not sure if it's currently ongoing. They did put it on Netflix, which I have yet to investigate myself, but I might do that eventually since now I'm kind of in a Zoe's itch move. But this seems to have its own little isolated campaign where you play no-name protagonist, and you seem to be just fighting other Zoids, collecting Zoids with some conflict going on. There's not much conflict I can discern since the game is Japanese. So let's go and take a look at the hangar. This is the hangar menu where you do your customizations. And this is my boy, girl, not sure. Yeah, but this is my Zoid that I been messing around and in love with. This is the colors I made it. I made it white and red with a bit of a yellow. Initially, I wanted it to be all yellow, but one of the issues of it being all yellow is this game, one of its mechanics is there's an armor piercing mechanic involved. In fact, let's go ahead and go to training mode so you can see what that is. That's a Wolf Zoid, and I think the other one is called a Jaguar. Yeah, you can see my Zoid right here. So when you press the hard attack or armor attack, you see how your character highlights yellow. So initially I had this Zoid being all yellow, but when I had it all yellow, it basically masked the armor attack, and I didn't really think that was kind of fair, or I just didn't like the idea that it kind of masked that, so I took out the yellow that was in it. Now, I mean, I don't know if this game is going to get any competitive following, because one, it doesn't have online mode, which, that's fine. You know, you can still play these games. Contrary to what people say, oh, if there's no online, there's no point. You can still actually play these games, since, one, there is a campaign, and it's fun. The campaign, you do missions, you get money, you can buy stuff to unlock and add on to your thing. Like this, if you look at my Zoe's tail, it has a machine gun. That's a machine gun. It has some form of a gun, and that was something I was added on. So yeah, I got a chance to add that. Now, because we're in training mode, you may not have noticed, but you see the things on the far left side. These are your Zoe's attacks, and well, your command attacks. When you hold another button, you get to activate those Zoe's attacks. But when you activate them, they go into cooldown, so you have to kind of micromanage when you want to use it, because once you use it, it's pretty much on cooldown for a period of time. Same thing for this machine gun I have on here. That also has a cooldown, but it doesn't really show up because we're in training mode. But yeah, just wanted to show how there's an armor piercing, but it highlights yellow, and that's why I got rid of the yellow, because I wanted to call my Zoe probably the Yellow Devil or the Yellow Stinger, but can't do that, so decided not to. This is going to be a short stream. I'm not going to be doing too much because I do have to prepare for the day, but I'm going to do a few missions and kind of just have some fun with this. Yeah. Let's see now. This is the campaign mode, this is an arcade mode, and this is a tutorial mode. I've also been focusing on a campaign mode. One of the reasons why is, as I said, there are 24 Zoids, but not all of them are unlocked immediately. You do have to grind it out, which is ironic because I usually say I hate when I have to grind things out. But I'll admit that I guess I do see this as more of a single player experience like game that just has a multiplayer on there that's pretty good. And even then, if the grinding aspect is not what's what I want to say, if it's not terrible, or rather if the grinding is fun, then I can, well, deal with the game's grind. So no, this is chapter 1. I already finished chapter 1, so let's go to chapter 2. I didn't mean to go to the hangar, but you know what? Since I am at the hangar, I guess I can show the roster. So yeah, this is how the roster looks. Oh wow, that's weird. So yeah, we have the wolf. We have. I'm gonna consider this is just a. I don't want to say Liger Zero. It kind of looks like a Liger. We have our Taurus right here. I don't remember seeing much of a Taurus in Zoe's original lineup, but that's cool. This is more or less a turtle. This is the Zoe I'm using. This is his original skin. They call it Scorp Rear. This is a Jaguar, Jaeger, Saber-tooth Tiger. Let's go with Saber-tooth Tiger, I guess. Yeah, let's go with that. This is another Liger. I think this is just called a Wild Liger. This is, I think they call it Arrow Blade, which is, I want to say a falcon, something like that. This is ape-like Zoid right here. I'm not sure what you call this dinosaur, but we have our dinosaur. We have our alligator. They call this a bison, so yeah, we have our bison. This is a Tyrannosaurus. Pretty obvious here. I think you call this a Velociraptor, right? We call the more miniature size one. But yeah, Velociraptor. And this is some type of lizard. I don't want to say iguana, but something like that. And this one was called the Geno Spinner. Looks like some type of another, Tyrannosaurus with a lot of, with pretty busy background, but yeah. And then we got these more other things that are still blacked out. So that's what I have to work on. I think I only had up to these initially unlocked, so I had to unlock this one, and that one, as well as these two. So yeah, these are what I unlocked. So yeah. Can I get out of here? Nope, I didn't want to save. Oh dear. And I did save. No! Well, good thing I made a copy. The struggle of playing with the import game where you have to just kind of, well, try to remember, or rather just trial and error through a lot of the menus. And now to admit, I don't recall the loading ever being this long before. Yeah, this is an isolated thing because usually my game doesn't take this long to load, and this is a digital one too. Am I going to need to restart? I might have to restart. Well, that's a disappointment. But I did kind of felt something was weird when I was trying to move through the menu or cursor. I did feel a bit of jittering, delay. Let's say delayed. Yeah, I did felt there was a bit of delay going on there. Well, I don't think it's any cause for alarm. Very few times my Switch even gives me issue, so I think we'll be just fine. I do have my converter on my Switch, so that could be giving issues. I don't really I usually play my Switch in handheld mode majority of the time, so I rarely have used my adapter or converter on it. And the Switch has had updates every now and then, so I'm not sure if these updates have compatibility issues with the converter I'm using. But we're currently in there now, so let's hope we can keep going. Huh. I am not a fan of this. Really not a fan of this. Oh boy. I might actually have to, Huh. Right back. The time now I actually want to try to stream. Now I have this. Wait, no, did it just load it, Poking? It did. That was not what I wanted to do. I will come back to this game, definitely one of these days, but we're not about that Poking life right now. We're trying to get back into Zoids. Pokemon will be here when I get back because it's Pokemon. Pokemon, yeah, they have that staying power. I also do want to play ARMS. I've been missing ARMS too. I do think that's a very nice and solid game as well. So yeah, ARMS 2. Well, since I haven't gotten to a mission yet, let me ramble on for a bit. So, I did actually streamed a day or so ago, but during my stream, my computer just shut down on me, and I didn't have the Twitch setting where Twitch will save a broadcast. So I did roughly an hour of streaming on this, but there's no record of it, sadly. So now I'm going to be relying on my Elgato to both stream and record. So in case something happens again, I have a backlog. That's it, backlog. I have a record. Now let's see if this works this time. But yeah, back to rambling. So some things that I've been doing. Let's see, the Phantom Breaker Wikipedia. I managed to get roughly 90% of pictures of characters' moves. So when you see a move, you should see a picture right next to it of the character's attack. So I'm glad to get that done and over with. So now I can start getting into more of the nitty gritty stuff, such as the let's see. Some of the more nitty gritty stuff, such as attack names, description of attacks, highlighted mechanics and what they do and whatnot. So it'd be cool to do that. But I'm definitely going to take a break since it did took me a while to get that done, and I just kind of got tired out from that. Fortunately, there was really only one other person helping me with that, And that was Jotamid. And before I go further, why is this not working? Okay. This is peculiar. Let me load up another game and just see how this responds. Could my Switch be going on the fritz? I will be disappointed, but maybe not also surprised. I must admit I don't do the best job of taking care of my products, and maybe my Switch is just finally now being, well, now I guess this is the result of me not taking the best care of it. Well, this game seems to load up, not an issue. Maybe I need to delete Infinity Blast and reinstall it. Not sure. Well, I'll do a quick stage run of this just so there's actually something going on. So yeah, Code Shifter. I eyed this game for a bit. I thought it was going to be a pretty nice and decent game, but after roughly playing at least an hour of this, I can't say I'm the biggest fan of it, you know. One thing I definitely don't like about this game, for some reason, you're forced to use the stick instead of the D-pad for moving around, even though this is roughly a 2D game. Oh dear Lord, no. Yeah, so this is a 2D game, but you have to use the stick. And unfortunately, even with the Switch option to change like how the system read buttons, it doesn't do that for stick. Like the stick has to just be the stick. And then how this game operates is I'm not gonna say it's weird, but I'm not particularly impressed with it either. Or rather, I'm impressed with the fact of what they were able to get working with, I guess, minimalist resource. But at the same time, it's just not that gratifying of a game as well. Well, it seems like it is something of a score type game, but one of my issues is it doesn't give you the score until the stage ends. So there's that aspect. And then you can see many minimalistic when it comes to the frames. Like, they made these sprites, but let's say the sprite actually gets hit, the sprite doesn't experience like any hits done. They just glow red. Because I guess, you know, making a sprite animation of them getting hit was just too much. Even not to say it was too much, but you can tell that this product is, if anything, it was not given a whole lot to work with. Which I guess that's more or less fine. For the game does only cost $14. I didn't buy it at that price. I bought it when it was like cheap, like $4. And afterwards it's just kinda, it's fine. It's not, I won't say it's terrible, but I'm not anything impressed by it either. There's definitely some system to it, so you could definitely get some enjoyment out of it and whatnot. If you're already a fan of some of these properties and characters, but then if you really want an in-depth side-scroller action, then well, you can play the Kunio games. You can play the you can play Rivers. Oh wait, never mind. They do that. I thought I just saw it. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe I'm talking out of my ass. Well, won't be the first time. Would not be the first time. Oh boy, I wish I could use a D-pad instead of this stick. Unfortunately, my converter is not the sophisticated ones where you can do stuff like that. I remember I had a converter that allowed me to switch a GameCube's controller with the D-pad, so I was able to play Smash with the D-pad for once. And that was pretty, oh dear. Well, I got hit, but I didn't really look like I suffered any hit stun. I mean, there was a stun. I couldn't move. My character highlighted red, but it didn't show like they got actually hit, if you will. So yeah, well, so I don't need to stick around this one because we're just seeing if the game will let me play. So I'm going to have to assume then that I'll let you guys figure. You guys can explore the story if you want for that. I don't care to. Ooh, did it save? Did it save? Did it save? That's my concern. Oh boy. Alright, did it save? And also this hub world, how my character walks, well, for the sake of realism, yeah, you want to really run in the office, so I can understand that. But then also, I don't even understand why there's even a hub world when you walk around, you can either talk to people or just go back into whatever I was doing before. Which, you know, if you want to expand the world or some form of, you know, world building, yeah, stuff like that is nice. But walking around tends to not really. I don't know. I think they could have done a better job in that regard. Let me not say better. It's not. I'm not a fan of that design for the most part. I can say that. So now I'm at a crossroad because I initially wanted to do a stream showcasing a bit of Zoe's Infinity Blast, but I'm seem to be having issues. Well, I guess if we'll look at Wild Blast for a bit, so you see where we're coming from when it comes to Infinity Blast. But yeah, I guess I can take a look at this, but probably going to cut the stream even much shorter since I'm probably going to need to delete this one and then reinstall it. Though I do hope this had a cloud save function. I know Nintendo said they have a cloud save, but I guess I'm afraid to delete it and then I have to start over. But yeah, this is Wild Blast. Once again, it's based off an actual show property, which that's where we're seeing a lot of these anime SK cup scenes and whatnot. I do know that the anime is currently on Netflix, and again, I haven't gotten a chance to watch it myself. So yeah. Right. So yeah. We got our animes singing, talking, all that stuff. Do I care? No, not really. I gotta admit, I don't. So yeah, while it does suck this game doesn't have online, it is more or less understandable why too. So yeah, initially we got this game, there was only this, that. So there was only like 4 characters and you had to unlock it. But yeah, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So technically this game had 17 characters. So, had 17 characters and now we're at 24 with Infinity Blast and whatnot. So, that's nice. This is the one I like using. The lock sign are for different colors, but not only that, if I'm correct, they do change up the blast type, or no, maybe this is the blast type. Sadly, I never got a chance to learn that proper. So yeah, never got to learn that proper, unfortunately. Well, but now there's an English version, so you people don't have to go through what I had went through. At least when it came to trying to navigate. But I'm now also on the latest, hottest thing, so yeah, have fun with that. And well, let me not say inferior. Have fun with that old one. Yeah, and this is pretty how fast the game pretty gets. It is kind of that deserve that for. One thing they did add a different animation wise was now you actually get to see a better shield. Oh dear. Oh wow. He is going hard on me. Alright, let's go. Oh no, caught me behind. That will hurt. Probably should have put the computer on a harder setting, but yeah. Oh, he saved himself. Because one thing about wow, yeah, that's what I get for just to keep attacking. Now the game definitely isn't anything. What's what I want to say? Crazy in depth, but as you see right there, when you do attack your opponent, you get a stun and then usually a free combo. So yeah, one of the things that kind of seems to be, what's what I want to say, the meta of the game is, your goal is to, you know, maneuver around the field and try to attack your opponent on your side or their back. Because where you do attack your opponent does determine your damage output. Oh, you know, I should have just kept that guard out. In fact, you see how they show the little anime characters when you get hits on the side? It's showing that they're taking additional damage. Oh wow. Yes. Good shit. Oh man. Yeah. Now to deal with like the yellow attack he's doing when he constantly armor pierce. Well, not armor piercing. Armor. You do have attacks that pierce armor. That's the attack where my character glows red and then strikes forward. Like, oh dear. Well, he came in hard. Like that, those are armor piercing attacks. Oh dear. Oh. Okay. Now, I don't have infinite guard, so I can get guard crush if I do guard too often. That's what keep people from just, you know, guarding all day. You may wonder why I didn't finish that combo, because I'm actually trying to maneuver to get around so I can get a much damaging combo. Oh, no, that's still not close enough. Well, he's about dead, so I could probably just, oh dear. Is that gonna get it? Oh, no, yeah. Yeah, if he had finished that, I would have probably been stunned, so left burst and take care of that. Huh, I realized something when I was looking at that. I saw that all those little stabs I was doing didn't really do any damage. I think that might be changed because in the Infinity Blast, it did show that it keeps doing little additional damages after that. So they probably, so the reason why it probably does a lot of additional hit is it's probably meant to be your way to guard crush your opponent if they're blocking. So yeah, that might be the thought process behind that when they did make the move like that. Alright, let's do another. Let's go and just do, I guess, one more match and then we'll wrap this up. The other Zord that I did like was the Triceratops one, the one with the 3 horns. They looked pretty neat. One of the things I did like that Infinity Blast did do is just remove the humans on top of. Oh dear. Yeah, removing the humans from on top of the Zoids, since I'm more used to just people being inside the Zoids. Cause it's kind of hard to imagine humans riding Zoids and not. Oh dear. I just realized that damage that did. Then again, I think it was counter here, and he did attack behind me, which that will just kind of, yeah, destroy your life bar. Or maybe he is a boss character. Oh yeah. That will definitely happen. Oof. Yeah, he caught me slipping. That will happen. Whoo! Yeah, that's what happens when you get attacked from behind. You just start eating damage. So that's kind of where this footsie game come in. Your goal is to essentially get behind your opponent. But oh well, actually, it seems like that Mohi activate does decrease his damage output, and since my character also adds, oh wow, yeah, this is gonna be a full combo. All right, and we're gonna just let's just blow this up. Well, he already was dying, but now it's gonna go to like a full good combo, about 14 hits, but didn't get to do that. But I guess that's one of the blasts that happens. You can have a blast that gives you immediate access, but it also starts draining your health immediately. So it's something like a glass cannon, if you will. So yeah. Alright, that was Zoi's Wild Blast. I meant to do Infinity Blast, but I seem to be having issues with that I'm going to try to address. So hopefully later on I can